Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel, Buddha Affirmation. Here every story has a purpose and every lesson is meant to help you grow in a life. So let's dive into a new story that will teach us that wise people work quietly towards their goal instead of showing off their intelligence. So let's start the story. Once upon a time, there was a kingdom ruled by a brave and fair king named Alexander. King Alexander was known far and wide for his wisdom and his deep sense of justice. His people adored him not only because he protected them, but also because he genuinely cared about their happiness and well-being. Whenever his people faced any trouble, King Alexander would be there, helping in any way he could. In return, his subjects were loyal to him and respected him immensely. Alexander was a unique king. He did not only sit on his throne all day, issuing orders. Instead, he would often walk among his people, listen to their problems, and ensure they were content. His kindness and fairness made him a legend among his subjects. King Alexander believed in surrounding himself with intelligent and trustworthy advisors. One of his most valued ministers was a man named William. William was renowned in the kingdom for his intelligence and cleverness. He had a sharp mind and was always able to answer the king's question, no matter how difficult they were. William was so wise that he played an essential role in every major decision the king made. Everyone in the kingdom respected William not only for his intelligence but also for his loyalty and dedication to the king and the people. His experience and wisdom made him a highly respected figure in the court, and he was well loved by everyone. However, one day something unusual happened in the royal court. King Alexander gathered all his ministers and advisors, and in front of everyone, he addressed William. He said, "William, you have always been an exceptional advisor to me. Your wisdom guided me and this kingdom many times. I have immense trust in you. But there is one thing I don't understand." William was taken aback. He respected the king deeply and was always prepared to answer his question. But confused, William asked, "Your Majesty, what do you mean? What is it that troubles you?" The king laughed a little and said, "I have been noticing something odd. Your son, he does not seem to be as wise as you are. Every day, I ask him a simple question, which is more valuable, gold or silver? And every day, he gives me the same answer. He always says, silver is more valuable than gold. Now tell me, how can the son of such a wise man make such a foolish mistake?" Hearing this, everyone in the court started to laughing. They began to think of William's son as a simple-minded boy who did not understand the basic difference between gold and silver. William felt embarrassed because his own son was making him look like a fool in front of king and his court. After the court session, William left the palace feeling disheartened. He was confused and upset. He knew his son was not foolish, but he could not understand why he would answer the king incorrectly each day. When William reached home, he called for his son, who soon came in wearing his usual calm and gentle smile. William's son was a humble and kind-hearted young man. He was known for his innocence and simple nature. Seeing him, William's despair faded a little, but he still needed an answer. William said, "Son, the king has been asking you a simple question every day, whether gold or silver is more valuable. And yet, every time you tell him silver is more valuable. Don't you realize that this makes you look foolish in front of the king and the court?" His son listened patiently, then smiled and said, "Father, let me show you something." He held his father's hand and took him to his room. There, he opened an old chest, and then William was surprised to see it filled with silver coins. The sight left him puzzled, and he turned to his son waiting for an explanation. His son said, "Father, every day the king places 2 coins in front of me, one gold and one silver. He then asked me to choose the one I think is more valuable. I know very well that gold is more valuable than silver. But if I picked up the gold coin, he would stop asking me question and I would not get the silver coin every day. So I choose the silver coin every time. This way I get a silver coin each day, and over time I have filled this chest with silver coins. If I had chosen the gold coin even once, I would have lost this steady little income." William was amazed by his son's clever thinking. His son had managed to accumulate a small fortune by taking advantage of the king's daily question. William smiled with pride, realizing that his son was far from foolish. In fact, he had shown a wisdom that was rare for someone so young. William embraced his son and feeling proud of his cleverness. The next day, William went to the palace and requested a meeting with the king. When he stood before the court, he recounted the entire story to king and explained why his son had chosen the silver coin each day. The court listened intently, and when William finished, everyone was amazed by the young man's cleverness. King Alexander was impressed. He smiled and looked at William and said, "Your son may appear simple, but he is wise beyond his age. He has used his intelligence to quietly gather wealth without drawing attention to himself. This is a sign of true wisdom." To honor the young man's cleverness, the king presented him with 2,000 gold coins as a reward. The king announced that in the future, when the time comes, William's son will succeed his father as one of my ministers. He has shown that he has both the wisdom and the patience needed for such an important role. William felt a deep sense of pride in his son. The young man had not only proven his intelligence but also taught everyone an important lesson that sometimes wisdom lies in not flaunting what you know. The young man had been content to quietly gather his silver coins without seeking attention, and in the end, his cleverness had been recognized without him saying a word. This story teaches that true wisdom does not need to be displayed or flaunted. People who are truly wise don't feel the need to boast about it. They quietly walk toward their goals, and in time, their achievements speak for themselves. Success will make its own noise when the time is right, and people will naturally recognize and appreciate your true worth. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed this video, hit like button, and for more such stories, subscribe to our channel. Thank you and stay positive.